Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is the energy update for all signs for the new moon, which is on the 1st of February. 12:46 here in Bangkok time in Thailand. So it's going to be a mixture. For some of you guys, half of the world, it will be on the 31st of January, and for half of the world, it will be on the 1st of February. So let's find out what the energies are. New moons are about planting seeds. It's about setting something new off, really. New journeys, that kind of thing. So I have a live show 3 times a week here on YouTube. It's called Psychic Cafe. Would love to see you in there. In that, I do general channeling for the collective, but I also give mini reads as well. So if you've got a question for your higher self, if you want to find out about a particular relationship or you want some guidance for an area in your life, come along in there. Buy donations for those mini reads. You'll see it lined up on my YouTube channel in waiting for the next show so you can find out what time it is in your time zone. It's 7 a.m. Bangkok time, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. And I also give private reads as well. If you're interested in one of those, you can find them on my website, behealing.com. You can find a link for that in the description box below and also one up there. So let's have a look. What are these new moon energies all about? We have the creation of light. It's about making things easier, choosing easier options. So the new start, the seeds that we're planting now are for easier times ahead. So you might be going easy on yourself. You might have realized, I deserve more than this, and I deserve life to be easier. I deserve to have like better relationships than this, easier, not put so much work in for what it is that I'm getting back from it, making things lighter. It's it's a step up that we get, or that we take, hopefully often in our lives, when we realize, hang on, I'm struggling too much here. I deserve better than this. Let me take a step back. Let me make it easier for myself. It's that kind of an energy. So things getting easier, but it's because we're making a choice to make it easier for ourselves. Ooh, I like it. Majesty energy. So majesty, it's about really respecting ourselves. That's what I was getting. Really respecting ourselves and realizing we deserve better than this. Holding our head up high like a queen, like that Empress energy or the Emperor energy, knowing your worth and expecting things to be easier than they've been as a result. You know, this could be something like, if you've got a business like mine, like realizing, oh, I shouldn't need to work so many days, so many hours to help people out. Maybe there's an easy way to do it. Maybe I can make more general readings and less private readings or something like that. It's changing your mind about something, going about it easier because you realize that you deserve more. For less of your effort, for easier things. So let's get in the tarot. What's going on this new moon? So you might be wanting to think about simplification of processes or things in your life. 9 of Cups is about wish fulfillment. So you deserve to have your wishes fulfilled. Often we can keep ourselves away from fulfilling our own wishes by making it too hard, by thinking that we need to offer too much for it. You know, like there's a lot of people that think that they've got to sacrifice a lot for money, for example. And so if you're not in some kind of a pain, then you don't deserve money. And that kind of belief will cause life to be a real struggle. You'll have to put a lot of work in for the bit of money that you get. But if you believe, like this majesty energy, that you deserve plenty, and to be taken care of, and like plenty to be able to take care of yourself, and savings, and you know, a great home and all of that, and ease, then you're going to make different decisions, take different decisions in your life, and you're going to expect a whole lot more. So this is all about our wish fulfillment here. And I feel like you need to change your mind about the way that you're going about something. The Hierophant is about having a long-term perspective. It's about what we're committed to. So yeah, taking a long-term perspective on that. If we want, say if this is about money, if we want to have more money in the long term and an easier way about it, then there's things to put in place to do that. There's systems to put in place. So you might be wanting to think about long term, what you want to commit to the long term, that's going to show you more respect and more value and easier, things coming more easily to you. This is about relationships. It's the same. It's like take a long-term approach to it. What's going to serve you in the longer term? What would be easier in the longer term? It would be like getting to know someone really slowly, say, instead of diving into a relationship and then finding out in a few weeks that they're not the person that you imagine them to be. So there's definite long-term implications here, and a simplification of our processes to be able to make things easier on ourselves. What else is in the energies? Page of Cups, kind of being a novice in maybe in this way, in the way that we're going to start things off now. It's the Page of Cups has a wish, but he's a bit of a novice about it, but he's got a lot of good energy and is willing to like dive on in there and give it a go. Page of Cups could also be about hearing about some kind of a love offer. Death and Rebirth. We had this card yesterday, not this card from this particular deck, we had it from that deck, but there's endings going on at the moment, and it's endings of how we are perceiving things so that we can have a rebirth, so we can get this new start. See, there's no point in wishing and praying for a new start, for circumstances and to change in our lives, like for more abundance or a better relationship, if we don't change how we're fundamentally going about life. We have to create it ourselves. The creation of light, we're going to create it lighter, brighter, easier for ourselves by, first of all, changing our minds about what we deserve and what we can have, and then doing things slightly different for the long term. Having a more of a long-term approach. Slow and steady wins the race kind of thing. Well, I've got the Nine of Cups here, wishes fulfilled. The Muse of Materials is the King of Pentacles. It's that solid, stable approach. It's the having everything that makes us feel good and solid and grounded. Whether that's a roof over your head, a certain amount of savings in your bank account, all of those things that make us feel very stable and secure. You're allowed to have those things. And it could be that you've been wishing for other stuff rather than wishing for this solid foundation. The other stuff, the other wishes, the pie in the sky kind of wishes, which could be the Page of Cups energy as well. It's good to wish those things. There's not a problem with that, but you might want to wish the stability first, the boring things, the savings account, the mortgage paid off. You might want to wish for that first, because if you take action on that and get that for the long term solid, all of these wishes are going to be really easy then. The pie in the sky wishes, the fanciful things. It's like, well, yeah, now I want that. Now I want that. We can dream much bigger if we've got the solid foundations, if we've got our security, because we've sorted out those foundational things, those things to make you feel secure. And people can say, oh, but you don't need money to feel secure because you can feel secure in your heart. Yeah. But, you do need money to feel secure. It's the fundamentals of looking after ourselves. Is to have abundance so that we can be secure. And yes, it comes, we get the abundance once we find that security in ourselves, but it's once we get into that majesty energy and realize that we do deserve it. So you might be wanting to focus on that. Omens, so you've had signs on this, the signs to say don't go so much for the fanciful wishes. So you see a lot of people, before they've got the foundations, before they've got a roof over the head, a house in their own name, savings and stuff like that, are trying to manifest like blingy stuff. It's the wrong way around. I get it. And it might be a result of all the social media that we have now, and we see people with nice things and credit cards and stuff, so you can buy the superficial blingy stuff before you've got the foundations. But this is saying you might have been having omens to sort out those solid foundations, because once your heart is happy and you're really settled down because you've got that grounding, especially in your abundance, the other wishes will come about really easily. You can wish for them and you've got the solid backing, and you can believe in yourself that you can have it because you've got that stable stuff there in position already. The Hierophant. So being in it for the long term, being committed to something for the long term is what I'm getting from this Hierophant. The Moon. even though you don't know how. So yeah, you might not know how you're going to get there. So this has got the energy of like, maybe I'm going to pay off my mortgage early. It's a wish like that, to have that stability so that the money that I make is then my own and it's not just going straight to a bank. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I want to pay my mortgage off early. It's that kind of an energy, because that's going to make you feel stable. Or I want to have $100,000 in savings. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it. I'm determined to do that. So that would make me feel really stable. So there's a new wish coming about with this new moon, but it's more mature, as a more mature kind of a wish of stability, of realizing what will make you feel really good so that you can build from that solid foundation in yourself. You won't know how to get there, but the universe is going to show you a way once you've committed to that path. And being in it for the long term, says the Hierophant. And the truth, it's truth. So this could be something that you've been trying to avoid and telling yourself, I don't really need that to be secure, but you really do. You really do. I've seen it, with what's going on in the world at the moment. The people that are able to stay here, remain here, on this little holiday island while there's very, very little tourism going on, are the people that have done this already. They're the people that have paid off the house, that they own it outright. So their businesses failed, yeah, and closed down, yeah, but they could still keep going because they've got those solid foundations. Now, everyone deserves that. And the people that hadn't done that, of course, they had to leave because they were living hand to mouth kind of thing. Maybe not, but there's a definite sort your foundations out now, because it's going to give you that solid foundation in yourself to be able to make your other wishes come true. Page of Cups. I think maybe law of attraction teachings have caused us to reach for things that aren't really important, instead of that mature stuff that your mum and dad told you about, hopefully, of your savings and paying your mortgage. The boring stuff. It's like sort the boring stuff out first. Page of Cups and the Ten of Emotions. Wow, the happily ever after. So this could be about you hearing about a happily ever after. So the Page of Cups could be delivering a message, a wish that you've had, maybe for a relationship, something that's really going to fulfill you, something that's in your heart that you've wished for there. Now, for some, if you haven't been doing this stability stuff already, and you're not all over that and going and really looking forward to this energy with this new moon of going, oh yeah, I'm good at getting my foundation sorted. I could go for even more savings, or, up for that challenge kind of thing. Then if you're not doing that, you could be getting a love offer through, say, from someone, or an offer of some kind of a dream, something that you'd really like, something that would really fulfill you. And it could make you feel really unstable, like, damn, if I had that backing, if I had those savings, this would be really easy. Or if I had, that more solid foundation for myself, this would be a hell yes for sure. There wouldn't be any trepidation. It would be just a happily ever after kind of an energy. But you could be today with some kind of an offer code that's coming in. It could make you feel nervous. I don't have the savings for that. What if they find out that I'm not as secure and stable as I've kind of projected, or something like that? So you're all going to be at a different stage here of your stability in the foundations, your stable foundations, finances, house, all the solid things. And it could be highlighted today because of an offer that comes in. Or if you sorted that stuff out, you might be like, yeah, hell yes, I can do this because I've got these solid foundations. We could be talking about a relationship offer coming in here that makes you feel a little bit ungrounded, because you think, they probably think I've got more stability or more money than I have, or got something to bring into this relationship, more to bring into this relationship than I have. Yeah. Or a business kind of thing that's really going to fulfill you as well. But there's just a bit of trepidation that I'm getting there for some. It'll show you where you're at with that. For some, it'll be a hell yes to an opportunity because you've got those solid foundation. So honor your energy in this. In other words, feel that energy. And if you've got some trepidation, and if you don't have those solid foundations, don't just wing it and don't just pretend that you do. You might need to fess up to that and say, I would love to do that, but unfortunately, I still need to work on my foundations. You might need to be 100% honest with yourself and with someone else here today and say, you know what? I need to work on my foundations first. I need to get some savings behind me. I need to pay my mortgage off first. Just taking that mature approach to it. How interesting. So it's like a very grounding, a waking up kind of a new moon. The universe saying, yes, you can have your wishes, but you need to do it in the right way. Now, be sensible about these things. Death and rebirth. So it is a very significant ending so that these wishes, this happily ever after, these 9 of Cups wishes, the 10 of Emotions wishes that can come through, can actually be manifest instead of it just always being an ask, a wish, an ask, a prayer. So you can actually make it yourself. Yes, there's something that needs to be cut out. Queen of Voices, she has boundaries. Could be boundaries to yourself as well. You might need to say to yourself, I'm not going to spend money on that thing anymore. I'm going to put it into savings. I'm not going to, I don't know, you might want to divert the money that you've been putting into entertainment, say. You might want to divert that into paying off your mortgage or something like that. There's a big, very grounded kind of a wake-up call. What star sign are we in? We're in Aquarius. Aquarius. So it's the new moon in Aquarius. Let's find the card for it here. Should have got this out before. New moon in Aquarius. What do these cards say it is? That's the full moon in Aquarius. It's going to be the last card, isn't it? Hey. It's going to be almost the last card, unless I've missed it. Here it is. New moon in Aquarius, the third to last card. Open up to change. There's a different way of doing things. Open up to change. There's a different approach to be made, and I'm just getting it's what your grandfather, it's what your grandmother told you, it's what your dad or your mum told you. It's the boring stuff, the stuff that we didn't want to believe. We thought we could do it magically. It's the solid foundation stuff, having the solid foundations in yourself. So death and rebirth, Queen of Voices. I do feel like it's drawing up a boundary with yourself, going, Claire, you can't do that anymore. You can't spend so much money on this entertainment thing anymore. If you want to pay off your mortgage, pay off your mortgage first, then have fun with your money once you've got plenty of it, because you've freed it up so you're not paying so much interest. Growth. That's what's going to lead to the true growth that you've been wanting. So it's definitely kind of wake-up call, isn't it? This energy. What about our love lives? Let's stick that. What about our love lives today? What's going on in our love lives? Are we getting a wake-up call in that too? Let's see. So we're going to be creating that change that we want today by getting sensible about it. It's almost like the old school approach will actually work. In our love lives, we've got embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. So this could be about a love offer coming in that makes you feel nervous because you don't have those solid foundations in yourself. A great relationship, a healthy relationship, and I'm not just talking about the relationship, I'm talking about what you build from the relationship, the family structure. It's two whole people coming together. That's not just two healed people that have sorted their emotions out and have got some emotional stability. It's two people that have also got their independence as well. The finances sorted out and all of that. So through each other, you could be finding the missing pieces. In other words, a love offer comes in for this happily ever after. and then it makes you feel unstable. That it's highlighting where you haven't got those firm foundations in place already. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. Doesn't mean that they show up and just give it to you and they do it for you. It means that they trigger you in what hasn't been done, what hasn't been sorted out within you yet. Let's get another one of these out. What else do we need to know about our romantic lives today? Cool your emotions. Cool your jets. Full moon in Aries. Cool your jets. Slow down, maybe. You might be trying to put the cart before the horse with these energies. You might be realizing that you've been trying to put the cart before the horse with these energies. You've been trying to put the icing and the cherry on top of the cake before you've even baked the cake in the first place. Some fun going on, though, in our love lives today. Fun. Yeah, maybe. With an undercurrent of, oh, I'm not quite as ready as I thought for this. What else in our love lives today? But nevertheless, you could be having fun. Too many. And we also have balance as well. There's a definite need for balance. So yeah, that fun could be happening. Fun with a loved one today. A love offer could be coming in today. But there's some balance to be had there. So yeah, have that fun and then get back to work kind of thing. Working on that stability, the long-term stuff. What else in our love lives today? I like this. Irresistibility. You've obviously got a hell yes going on today, but there's a bit of trepidation behind it, right? Irresistibility. There's something that you're going to want to say yes to and go for. There's also this drought energy as well, though. So there's a bit of fear. There's a bit of like, I don't have what it takes energy. There's a balance to be had today for sure. Really notice. I think it feels like it's going to be very important information of where your insecurity lies, but it's very Pentacles energy. It's like really showing you the tangibles. Because we can say, oh, you can be happy without, money doesn't make you happy and stuff like that. Tell you what, it does. You can get experiences, but if you've got the solid backing behind you, you're not going to be stressed. You're not going to be in that like constant fight or flight. It's much better for your health, and you can take opportunities. You can think about bigger things and deeper things if you've got all those fundamentals sorted out for your survival. Yeah, if you don't have that sorted out, then you're going to be worried about your survival all the time and be in that state of stress. And nobody deserves that. But we have to put the work in to get that balance and that grounding, So what else? What else is in the energies today? Generally, the people that say stuff like that, it's like, oh, money doesn't buy happiness. Or I can manifest things on the fly. The people that are saying that are generally the ones that are having trouble with it, and it's a front. It's the ego saying, maybe I don't need to have what it is that I would really make me feel better. It comes from that place of having not been able to do it, so I'm going to make it wrong. If I've not been able to do it, I'm going to make it wrong. Yeah, it's ego. Lobster, a financial pinch. Totally feeling it, and it might not be I can't afford it might not be like rock bottom, like I can't afford that bill or I can't pay the rent. It could be that for some of you, but I feel like it's more an opportunity comes in and you can't take it. You realize you can't take it because you don't have like really solid footing. There's guaranteed success though, so you can set yourself up from where you are now for this stability, for this long-term stability. You can set yourself off now, and that's what the new moon is about. Got a fair man here. You might have some dealings with I need to find out about him. A man with blonde, grey, white hair. Could even have no hair as well, is what I just heard. This could be a bald dude. Why? what? You'll be playing a different role with him, or he will be playing a different role. You will be wearing a different hat. So it might be a job offer or something like that. It's a lucky thing. Guaranteed success, horseshoe. Yeah, it's good energies today. I like it. So think of a yes or no answer question, because I've got a red and a green crystal in this bag. I'm going to pull one of them out very shortly for your answer. It's just a general reading, so don't take that too seriously. Don't make any major life decisions based on that in this reading anyway. If you want to ask a specific question and have me pull one of those crystals out for a definitive answer and pull some cards out for clarity on all of that, then come along to my live show, Psychic Cafe. You will see it laying in wait in my YouTube channel for the next show. You can click on a button that says something like remind me when I go live, so you'll get a notification there. You can come along live and do that. It's for donations for those mini reads. You can also ask questions for a private reading as well if you want to do that. Book yourself in. There's a link in the description box below and also one up there as well. And after you've booked in, just click on the Contact Us page on my website. You can put your questions in there. So how best to deal with these new moon energies? This wake-up call that we've got to stability, to making things easier. Eight of Swords is about being trapped. So we're getting to see clearly how we've trapped ourselves, how we're holding ourselves back so that we can free ourselves from that cage and actually get our wishes, get on the path to our wishes being manifest. So this is saying like you can break free of the binds that you've had. You're not going to get it through just wishing for it. It's not going to drop out of the sky. You have to get yourself out of that cage and manifest it for yourself. There's a much easier way of doing it than you've been doing it. But you do need to get yourself out of that cage yourself. And the King of Swords, have clarity. Look at the bigger picture. Look at the details of it. You've been getting nothing but feedback from the universe. So if something hasn't been working, you need to go about it a different way. And there's ancient wisdom about this. I mean, like I said, it's what our grandfathers and our grandmothers and our mothers and our fathers told us, hopefully. It's that kind of advice. It's that sage advice about, it's the boring stuff. It's the paying your mortgage off fast. It's the having savings. It's all the boring stuff. And from that solid foundation, you're going to be able to manifest what it is that you really want. So it's a very, very grounding kind of an energy. Things have to be different now. Think of a yes or no answer question now. Pause the video if you're not ready. Your answer is no. It's the ruby. Don't do it. There you go. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there. Leave a comment as well. Are you picking up on these energies? Have you been getting signs and omens about this? What has been your experience? Thank you to all my subscribers for your ongoing support of my channel. You're all very much appreciated. If you're not a subscriber, please consider clicking that subscribe button along with that notification bell down there. I do one of these energy updates every single day of the year for the collective. I do 3 love pick a card reads a week, and I go live 3 times a week in my Psychic Cafe show, which I'd love to see you in. So have the best new moon ever, have the best day ever, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.